Hey, welcome back. Three Ball Walk, part 2.
What's up?
This week's show.
Yep.
Eddie and Bob.
Yep,
So
yep.
we left you with this, and I know you guys all watching part. A lot of you guys probably don't watch part 2 usually. 30 minutes is enough.
30, 15 minutes.
15 minutes is
15,
enough.
yeah.
But
Yeah,
now you
15
came back.
minutes is enough for any of
Giancarlo
this stuff.
Stanton
Yep.
went over 50 home runs and became only the 5th guy in Major League history to go over 50 before anyone else in baseball had gone over 40.
Wow.
Right.
Who are the other 4?
Well, we were talking off the air, and I would say Babe Ruth
Babe Ruth, I think,
was the easy one,
hit 50 before any team went over 40.
probably, and he hit 50 before anybody else hit 10 sober. You know,
Probably.
he hit 50 drunk before anybody hit 10 sober.
Yeah.
So
So Babe Ruth is one.
Babe Ruth is one. I would go with Maris when he got his 61.
Him and Mantle were neck and neck. I don't even think he was the first one to 50 that year. I think Mantle got to 50 first,
Okay.
and then Mickey went on a little. But they were neck and neck the entire
So
season.
I would have
and
missed that
Mantle-
one.
And
I would have missed
I mean,
that
right? You remember that they were 61. It was the race between.
Obviously, I didn't because I wouldn't have said that.
It was. Yeah,
At 61, I was a wee little
yeah.
type.
Mickey wound up getting
In
that
fact,
little.
I
According
wasn't-
to the movie, he got that little
infection
in his hip, and
I wasn't born then.
in 61.
61?
In 61, I wasn't
Oh
born.
yeah.
We were there.
No,
I
he's
don't
the
remember.
young boy. I don't remember it though.
I don't remember.
I was born in November, so the race was over.
The race
by
was over.
Right.
Okay, well, let me tell you, before you were born, no.
Okay.
Mickey was
Mickey.
the 50. It would be interesting. I think Mickey got the 51st.
Okay, so not then, not that.
But Mickey did.
Let's go
Not
with
Maris.
Bonds.
Everyone was getting 50 then.
Yeah, I know.
So not in that era. Killebrew.
He said Kilbrew
I
when
said
I
Kilbrew,
asked
no.
him. Not Kilbrew.
Al Kaline.
Al Kaline never hit 50. He only
Um,
finished with
Hank
399.
Aaron.
Never
Hank Aaron
hit
never
50.
hit 50.
I
47.
had no idea then. I don't know who all got
It
to
hasn't been done in like 65 years, which is
Yeah.
phenomenal.
Yeah.
You know?
So I would say, but Mickey was one of them.
Mickey was one of them before, not the
Before
Maris
Maris,
race,
right.
obviously, but a few years before, Mickey wound up going over 50. Mickey was the last guy to do it.
And
Wow.
Until
That
Giancarlo.
no one has done it, and that's what's amazing until Giancarlo did it.
The fourth one, the fourth one got me. I did not even think about this guy, and he's a legend.
But you got Mickey, and the other Willie Mays,
Willie Mays?
Yep.
did it, and then Jimmy Fox.
Jimmy Fox,
Jimmy Fox.
the Beast.
Jimmy Fox did it. That's not bad company for Giancarlo. Jimmy Fox, Mickey Mantle, Willie Mays, and Babe Ruth.
One of those is not like the other.
But that's not to say one of those. He's only 27 years old.
Right.
Yeah.
It might be.
He got the.
But
what?
you know, hey, listen,
he's
Maris
amazing.
is not in, right?
No, Maris is not in the Hall of Fame. He should be in the Hall of Fame.
So it doesn't guarantee 1 year.
Does it guarantee?
Guarantee
Does it guarantee the most valuable player of the National League? Who do you have as your MVP right now?
Oh, that's tough. If you're gonna say the most valuable player that helps you win games, or the most valuable player on your team,
The team's at 500. I don't think they'd be anywhere near 500
They
if
would
it
not
wasn't for
without him.
Giancarlo.
They would not, and he's been healthy the whole year.
that's been
Knock on
unusual.
wood. But Paul Goldschmidt's the one everybody's talking about because Arizona's in the wild card hunt. But I go with Stanton. I just think Stanton.
Arizona guy got 4 home runs in a game.
And I'll tell you, a guy.
But it wasn't
I'll tell you a
Goldschmidt.
guy,
That shows you.
He won't get any MVP votes, but I'll tell you, a guy for the Marlins is Ozuna. Doesn't get any credit at all.
Well, he had a big first half, and then
Yeah.
he's kind of
He's
he
faded a
slumped
little bit.
big time.
I think so.
I'll tell you,
certainly
once
you could. I don't think
I
if
like
you gave it
Yelich.
to Stanton, I don't think you're giving it to him. I think he earned it.
He's
But I
been
think the
amazing.
knock.
But there's
on,
actually talk.
the knock on him is going to be your team didn't. If your team doesn't make the playoffs,
Right.
are you the most valuable player in the
You
league?
hit 15 home runs more than anybody else in baseball.
I'm not saying
you
he's not
lead
the,
the
best.
league in
I'm
RBI.
not saying he's not the best power hitter. I'm not saying he's not the best hitter. I'm just saying people who make the votes will say you weren't good enough to carry your team to the playoffs.
I'll tell you what's interesting, and you want him getting at bats, and I understand why you play him second, bat him second like they've been doing now for a
One
month.
and a half extra
But-
bats.
But question, batting second as opposed to third? No.
Yes, because the way the lineup turns over.
Well, but here's the whole thing. When you have D. Gordon leading off, with Giancarlo batting second,
You're not going to have D. Gordon as stealing bases.
are you basically taking
Yeah, you're
D.
taking D.
Gordon
Gordon's
out of-
game out.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's what I watch that every time because he can't run.
He can't run.
no, because if he runs, you're going to walk him.
They don't pitch to him.
Right. You're gonna. That's an automatic.
They don't
walk.
pitch to him as it's been lately. That's what's so amazing, and not since Bonds in
But he went in a
2001.
slump last week. He was not hitting well until.
Yeah, he went a game or two without hitting a home run.
I think he went like 3 games without hitting a home run. And he was like,
One game he had a
12
double.
at-bats.
No, his RBI total is he was nowhere near. He was 5 or 6 behind Ozuna. Talking about Ozuna just on his team, and now he's leading the league in ribbies.
Arenado.
which means Ozuna has hit the wall.
No,
Not
because
performing.
everyone else in the league. I mean,
I mean, if he was behind his own team-
Arenado
Arenado, yeah.
has had a great year.
Oh yeah,
He's had
for
a
sure.
you know,
Colorado.
and for the
so
Dodgers.
he's tied. They're tied.
Are they tied?
They're tied.
They're
right,
tied.
right
They're
now.
tied for
112
RBIs, 112.
as of today.
Major league lead because Nelson Cruz is
He's got 104
10 behind.
Yeah, so he could. If he
And
got
he's
on
not
a
getting
tear.
since 2001 he is getting 2 or 3 pitches to hit a game. That's it.
Welcome to Bonds world.
That's what I'm saying. I haven't seen it that blatant until.
Yep.
you
Welcome
know.
to Bonds world. I mean, take the walks then.
And he has not been chasing that slider down and away in the dirt. That's the
Not
biggest
as much,
difference.
right.
He's hitting a lot. He's become a better hitter.
That's
And-
good. It's
and
good
it's-
because you eventually have to become a better hitter because sooner or later they'll just won't pitch to you and you can hit home runs, but whoop-de-doo. I mean, if they're not
And the
throwing you
big
in
thing,
it-
Justin Bohr not being in there because Ozuna had Bohr. Remember when they were all over 20, 25 home runs and all of a sudden Bohr got hurt? And that hurt him because besides the fact they have no middle relief, I mean, the starter will give up 0, 1, 2 runs through 7, and then the reliever will give up 7 runs through 2.
and that's why they're not on this list.
They are on this list.
Oh, they're on that list.
Well,
at
they're
the bottom.
seven- they're
They're
seven
7
out,
games out,
yeah.
but
Yeah, they're done.
you just put them on there because you're Miami. I mean, there are other teams in the league that are within 7 games in the American League. You didn't put them on there, so
Right.
you just put them on there because they're Miami.
Right, right.
Technically, they shouldn't be on the list.
I could have put Atlanta on there.
Well,
too,
then you'd
but
only
that's
have
not the way.
2.
Well, yeah, but that's all. I mean, realistically, if you're not going to put everybody that's within 7 games over here,
Right.
why would you put everybody that's within 7 games over there? Just because it's Miami, just because you like Miami, just because you work for Miami.
I
just 'cause you
didn't
like
like
Miami.
him.
I didn't put
Bob
this
makes
list.
the list.
I make the list.
Bob makes the list because
I
he likes
chose.
Miami.
I chose. Yeah.
So who do you vote? Since we're there.
I would say Stanton is the MVP. I would say that.
That's what I say. He's the MVP. What do you think? Let us know.
And
But I can certainly see where other people around the country
one
would,
Goldschmidt.
would not vote
2 out
for
of the
him.
3 on the baseball game Monday had Goldschmidt.
Because I think there's a lot of West Coast bias, and we obviously we have a Florida bias, and we'd like to have him here, and we see a bit more of him than we
Does
see.
Kershaw
of-
win the Cy Young Award
Yes.
in the National League?
I think. I mean,
Who else? Who else? Who else are you going to vote for?
I mean, who else? Exactly right. Who else? I mean, you got Zach Davies from Milwaukee now has 15 wins or 16 wins. He's tied with Kershaw as is Zach Greinke. It's interesting to see that.
Greinke could make a run.
And Scherzer's got 230 strikeouts. I mean, it's 232 strikeouts.
Greinke can make a run if they get in the
Yeah,
playoffs
get
and
the
if they
playoffs.
go deep in the playoffs. But you got to vote before the playoffs, right? Isn't that right?
you vote before the playoffs.
You vote before the playoffs. So you'd have to vote on the regular
And
season.
Kershaw's ERA is down now to below 2 now. Kershaw's ERA. I mean, he's phenomenal.
Wow.
Well, he's
He was
pitching.
hurt.
He's pitching.
He's
again.
pitching again,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, it's nice.
And the Dodgers are 1-9.
I told you the Dodgers are better without Kershaw. As strange as that, statistically
So can you give him the Cy
speaking-
Young then, according to your?
Well, he's still the best pitcher, but the team's not better.
And Chris Sale, the American League.
I think so.
Yeah, he's been unbelievable.
But lately, Sale's been getting
I'll
lit
tell
up.
you, salesman, especially if he has to. Who is it? He hasn't been. It's not Houston. Cleveland.
Cleveland owns him.
Yeah.
Cleveland's like Red Mule status with him. They just beat him any way they want to.
Cleveland's a fun team to watch.
I
They're
can't.
hot.
I can't watch Cleveland without thinking of Major League.
I can't either.
I can't,
It's
I mean,
hard.
especially with a run like this. I picture they're somewhere in the clubhouse
Peeling
clothes off the owner's stuff. I mean, you know that's got to be. Euchre's out there going, just a bit outside every night. It's amazing to think about them making a run to be there and to win their division and really, hey.
And they're winning the
they're-
division.
they're-
They're way up. I mean,
Well, they're closing in on Houston for the best record,
yeah,
right?
in the American League. Yeah.
Yeah.
3 games back. How about that? How about
13 winning
if the World Series goes through Cleveland?
It's been a while since Cleveland's been in the World Series. It's going to be interesting to see.
Well, I mean, they haven't won the World Series.
No.
No, but how about if it just goes? I mean, if they're the the home team throughout the entire
Well, they
playoffs.
were in the World Series last year.
Yeah, but I mean, even this year, being the home team in the series, being the best record in the American League.
I think the Astros are.
They're only 3 games up, right?
Yeah. With what, 3 weeks to go?
Yeah, so 1 game a week, and heck, Cleveland may not lose another game.
113 straight.
Does Cleveland have to play Arizona down the stretch?
I don't know.
I don't know. I haven't seen the schedule.
Because who would win?
Oh, good question. Good question. Well, I don't think they play them. I don't think they play Arizona because that'd be interleague.
I know I do this every week, the stats, but this is the first week of the season I can remember where 2 teams were 10-0. Or for the last
Without
3
a
games.
doubt.
It's,
Two
it's
teams.
really interesting.
I wouldn't think. When have 2 teams had 10-game win streaks at the same exact time?
Well, 12 and 13 games. How about
Yeah.
that?
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't think it.
I mean, either one of those.
I really don't think it's happened. I don't ever
No.
remember.
Either one of those would be a phenomenal run.
And there's 2
And
going
there's
on.
2
at the
going on
same
currently.
time.
It's like, which one's going to lose?
Yep,
So one of them's going to lose. They're not both going to win out, but that would be amazing if they did.
they did.
Then they might.
Or if the Dodgers wind up
No, they still couldn't catch the Dodgers if they won out. Probably.
who?
Arizona.
They're only 11 out, and the Dodgers haven't. The Dodgers only win a game every 2 weeks now.
So how many games they got left? 20.
92 and 46. That's 138. 48, 58, 24 games.
24 games. You can make up 11 games in 24 games. You could.
I know we talked about the National League MVP and Cy Young Award. In the American League, who do you see?
Oh, is it MVP?
I asked the questions from
Oh, go ahead.
Whisper them and I'll.
Okay.
So, who do you see as the MVP in the American League?
I don't watch American League enough to know.
Do they don't play real baseball?
Yeah, give it to a DH.
Yeah.
Give it
Yeah.
to a DH.
Give it
I don't care which DH. Just pick a DH. Just to make y'all mad.
Does Judge get consideration for MVP?
Judge
He's
hasn't
faded.
done anything since the All
He's
Star game.
he's faded, but he hit a bomb the other night.
And Chris Davis now's tied with him from the A's for first place in home runs with 38.
No, I mean he
38, right? 38's the next one behind Stanton.
Yeah, Stan's
38.
53.
38. I mean, Stanton he's just going up there looking to launch
fif-
bombs.
But he's hitting 300.
Yeah, but the one he
He's
hit
getting
the other night that broke the camera was his second shortest of the year. It's like we need to put the camera far back. No, not with Stanton. Put it up close.
Yeah.
And it still broke the
Still
camera.
broke the camera.
It still broke it. So, that's a $14,000 home run.
That's good.
Cost
There's
Fox
some
Sports.
of it. 18,000
For a camera?
for the one that when in Game 6 of the World Series,
Mm-hmm.
when we had the dugout all plasticated for the celebration for the champagne and everything like that, and Kevin Brown lost the game. He got taken out of the game. He went out there and took out a NBC camera. I mean, literally took it out.
Frustration.
Frustration because we lost the game, and we hadn't lost the game yet,
You did.
but he knew we were going to lose the game. And then the next day,
Did you get a bill?
obviously, he got a bill. He got billed for it by NBC.
Sure.
You know.
Yep.
But they had everything ready to go for the World Series celebration. About the 7th inning, they go in there to start taking everything down because the Indians were going to win that game. And
Sorry about coughing.
and
We're
the
all
camera
sick.
and the camera is all into a bunch of pieces laying there.
So a question for the people who watch, and there's like 500. 500. I'm sorry. Okay. So who do you think? Post on our Facebook page. Who do you think is going to be MVP, Cy Young Award, Rookie of the Year? Rookie of the Year in American League obviously going to be Aaron Judge, I would think.
Rookie of the Year.
Oh, yeah.
And then the National League is going to be Cody Bellinger.
I would
No,
think.
but Rookie of the Year is like the
done.
easiest.
That's the easiest one to pick right now.
Right, and the Manager of the Year. I mean, I don't even know if that's something we can talk about, but I mean, let us know. Write on our Facebook page. We want to know, we'll talk about you on the next week's show as well. But it's interesting.
Don't everyone write at once. We don't want to crash the
server.
servers.
Yeah, the server might crash, but it's.
Hey, we can crash it. Let's see if we can crash
Let's
it.
try to crash the server. Hey,
Exactly.
another week of baseball. We're down to the final 3 weeks of the season.
Man, hard to believe.
Fun to watch. A lot of stuff. Now football is starting, but baseball's the best time of the year. So,
It is. It's the time.
And one more thing, real quick. I know we got to go, but listen, if you're in the path of the hurricane, or please get don't wait around. If you have to evacuate, please do, and please be safe. During the storm. Right now, Eddie was saying earlier it might skirt Florida, and so hopefully that happens. But please be safe. Don't take any chances.
Yep. You can always rebuild your life.
That's right.
Hey, and like you always say, play ball.
Play
Play ball if you get a chance. And this weekend you can go outside and throw a ball up in the air and hit one a long, long way.